Are we in the house? We're in the house. All right, cool. Hey, everybody. My name is Mike Vitale. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm traveling around trying to play some music and play some friends, and I'm doing the music part right now, but let's see if I can make some friends. This is called Nerve. I wish I knew the words you'd want to hear. But I feel half empty like this pint of beer. I've been working off the nerve to speak my mind, but I'm a burnout letter on a neon sign. Trying to hold on to water with an open hand. I can say it again, but you'll misunderstand. I wish I had the words to say it right. But I feel like the wind blowing through your blinds at night. I've been working up the nerve to speak my mind, but I'm a burnout letter on a neon sign. Trying to hold on to water with an open hand. I can say it again, but you'll misunderstand. I wish I knew the words you want to hear. But I feel half empty like this pint of beer. That one's called The Nerve. Hey, Ari. Hey, thank you so much. How do I go about turning the snare off on the bottom of the snare drum? I hear it buzz it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I just busted a string, one song in. Boo. I'm so sorry. I'll tell you what. I'll play one more song and then I'm gonna pop a new string on this puppy. Song. But nothing much beyond that. I didn't tell her about it or anything. into those unfamiliar waters. I heard the song of passing ships. Was that an estuary harbor? It was shaped to stop the contour of your hips. An incantation set us off the under every eclipse. The poetry in a beauty mark written beneath your lips. A single spot of punctuation, however I soft and breathe. In a whisper, sipping on a fantasy, with a drunk on your mistake. Am I governed by a trade wind? A nudge along by changing tides. It's an ebb and flow towards harbor that penetrates the shore of your generous divide, yeah. An incantation set us off the under evergreens. Poetry in a beauty mark written beneath your lips. Single spot of punctuation with a soft. In a whisper, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mistake. To sit atop the under every eclipse. The poetry in a beauty mark written beneath your lips. A single spot of punctuation, however soft and brief. In a whisper, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mistake. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mistake. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mistake. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mistake. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mistake. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mistake. Hey, thank you very much. I'm gonna switch the strings on this acoustic guitar real quick. Give me a second. All right, almost good, isn't it? Check, check. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. I've been spending my money under the women. You been taking money from someone else. Got your mama about 3 or 4 nights ago. Got your mama about 3 or 4 nights ago. Well, your mama says, son, don't call my door no more. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. I've been spending my money on other women. You've been taking money from someone else. Come on back home, baby. Try my love one more time. Come on back home, baby. Try my love one more time. If my love just don't gonna suit you, I think I lose my mind. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. I've been spending my money on the women. You've been taking money from someone else. Thank you. This next one's it's a song that I wrote about being human and imperfect and accepting that about yourself and not beating yourself up about it, which I think is fairly common amongst a lot of us. And something I suppose that we need reminding of from time to time, you know. At least I do, most certainly. And it's called human. Forgive me, my guitar's being a little squirrely since that string broke. People are walking contradiction. Place one foot in front of the other. Me, I had no idea that I could walk this way. So I learned it from my father and my mother. People are doing the best they can, based on whatever their parents already covered. And I'm doing my best to do my best myself these days. So together, see what we discover. 'Cause truth be told, everyone tells a lie. And honesty could be delicately laid. Language was created to understand one another, so I choose my words carefully to say we're human. Take it easy if you're feeling down. Everyone dreams from time to time. It's a foregone conclusion to maintain the resolution that you're a perfect circle or a perfect line. 'Cause truth be told, everyone tells a lie. And honesty could be delicately laid. Language was created to understand one another, so I choose my words carefully to say we're human. We're human. So go on and be mean if that's what you're feeling. Or maybe decide to turn the other cheek. Have a sense of humor, and maybe spread a rumor. We give back what we put into this world. 'Cause truth be told, everyone tells a lie. And honesty could be delicately laid. Language was created to understand one another, so I choose my words carefully to say we're human. We're human. We're human. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate you. That's a song I wrote called Human. It's on an album that I put out called Phi, which it's a mathematical ratio. It's like pi, but instead of dealing with the circumference of circles, it deals with spirals. And it's an irrational number. It goes on forever, just like pi. And we see it all around us in the way that leaves are organized on flowers so that they get maximum sunlight. You see it in pine cones and pineapples and everything around you, the Milky Way galaxy. You see it in a lot of stuff. And it's fascinating to me, and it has absolutely nothing to do with this next song whatsoever. But it's what the album's called. And this next one's called Time Machine. And I wrote this several years back. I was mentioning earlier, I'm from Los Angeles, and I got lost in doing cover gigs for an awful long time in Los Angeles. It's a way to pay your bills. You know, I do music full time, and one day I just kind of snapped, and I decided that at my gigs, I was just going to start playing originals the whole time and see if anybody stopped me. And on this particular occasion, I was playing at this place on Saturday nights at Carlsbad. It was called the Park Hyatt Aviara Resort. Fancy schmancy place. And I just started playing originals there, and nobody stopped me for 2 years. And finally, the food and beverage manager of the place changed, and he came up to me one night, I think maybe after the second or third time of him taking over the tenureship of being food and beverage manager, and he said, "Hey man, we don't want you to play," or I'm sorry, he said, "We don't want you to entertain people. We want you to be background music." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And fast forward 1 hour later, and I'm bawling in my car, driving home. And the thing that got me to stop crying was this thought that I had about my brother, this memory. I have an older brother that's 9 years older than me, and he used to be tasked with watching my younger brother and I, while my parents were off gallivanting around town doing fun stuff. And it was this memory of him playing Legos with us. Because whenever they would go out and do fun things, he would actually play with us. Well, in order though. Like he would disappear into the front yard, coming back in maybe 45 minutes later, smelling mysteriously different, and then he would play with us kids, you know. And the conversation might go something like, "Gentlemen, there's an intergalactic battle happening in this house. I need you to arm yourself with the finest spacecraft that have ever been invented. You have 1 hour." And we'd play spaceships around the house until my mom and dad came back home. And that was the thing that got me to stop crying. And it was the beginning of this song and how powerful memories are for us. We're time machines, not just in the physical sense, like of senescence, which is your ability for cells to divide. Like that's what we perceive as aging. It's also in your capacity to be able to remember things from your past, regardless of whether it's perfect or not. And I think we're time machines in that sense too. And this is what that song's about. Cogs and wheels spin and spark, driving alone on a highway in the dark. Steamboat race, long machine, behind my random access memory of Galileo's photo across my floor. My brothers and I aren't going nowhere. Force fields furnished with perfect protection, spaceship powered by our predilection. I'm a time machine, I am senescence, a dinosaur book. Adolescents, onesie sleep on my parents' couch, loving me to bed with caring slouch. Coax and wheels connect with the power train, playing with my RC car in the rain. I'm behind the wheel of my own creation, 88 mile an hour rumination. I'm a time machine, I am senescence, a dinosaur book. Adolescents, onesie sleep on my parents' couch, loving me to bed with caring slouch. I jumped like Indiana Jones down a flight of stairs, avoided hot lava on the kitchen chairs. I saved the whole world from a fierce invasion. An observer in a widening age dilation. I'm a time machine, I am senescence, a dinosaur book. Adolescence, the ones who sleep on my parents' couch, loving me to bed with caring slouch. I'm a time machine, I am senescence, a dinosaur book. Adolescents, the ones who sleep on my parents' couch, loving me to bed with caring slouch. Hey, thank you very much. That's called Time Machine. Hey, Ari, would I be able to get more vocal reverb in this monitor, please? This next one's a song that I wrote about the end of a relationship I had several years ago that felt pretty devastating at the time. It's called Empty Circle. I was a table, more, but now I'm a rug. It's raining outside, more. Your shoes are covered in mud. I was a Christmas tree, it's better, but now it's past Christmas Day. I got tossed out with a crumbled gift wrapped to throw away. Ooh, it was fun by the last day. Ooh, now I'm left here feeling slighted, walking in footsteps don't seem to be mine. A snowy path of prints through a forest of pine. Off in the distance, there's a vanity light. It shines through the window of my home at night. Wearing the same clothes I wore yesterday. Ooh, chilly snow numbs my pain as this crooked light became an empty circle. I was a pine, but now I'm nonverbal. Can I get more reverb still, please? I'm a footnote to your storyline. I'm all alone. You're someone else's mind. A tiny table, place anyone. The holiday supper has already begun. Ooh, as a child lost in the woods at night. Ooh, I search for a pathway towards the light. As this cricket line became an empty circle, I was opined, but now I'm nonverbal. That one's called Empty Circle. Thank you very much. If you like any of these tunes, they're available on Spotify and Apple Music and so forth. Once again, my name is Mike Vitale. This is another tune off of that same album, and it's called Home, and it's about how home isn't a place. I believe home is people. Home is what makes a place feel like home. Or I'm sorry, friends is what makes a place feel like home. When you're feeling empty, I will fill your glass. When you're confused, you can focus through my looking glass. If ever lost, I can try to help you with the map. And if this is too far for you to reach, I can help you feel the gap. Even if I don't have the answers, even if I don't have a clue, I can listen to every word you say, should you ever feel the need to. If you can't stand in the way, don't try to help you share your load. If you need a shoulder to cry on, babe, I'll be there for you to hold. Home ain't a place but the prettiest face to ease my woes and ways. Home ain't a destination unless I know that I find you there. Ooh. Ooh. If life's feeling shaky, you can stand on my firm foundation. If you're ever low down, to provide you the elevation. Should you ever misplace your happiness hereafter, I do everything in my power till all I can hear is your laughter. Oh, made a place but the prettiest face to ease my woes away. Oh, made a destination unless I know that I find you there. Ooh, ooh. Even if I don't have answers, even if I don't have a clue, I can listen to every word you say. Should you ever feel the need to? If you can't stand the way, don't try to help you share low. If you need a shoulder to cry on, baby, be there for you. Oh, made a place but the prettiest face to ease my woes away. Oh, made a destination unless I know that I find you there. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, thank you very much. So I grew up in a farm town called Visalia, California, and when I was in second grade, I experienced the majesty of the movie Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox for the first time, and then proceeded to watch it 3,427 times because I was doing deep research on how to become a werewolf. And unfortunately, I knew that werewolves aren't real, and so I decided to do further research in scholastic magazines. There were these like book buses that used to show up in elementary school, you know? Boarded one of those puppies. There was a scholastic magazine that just so happened to have an article on how to become a vampire or a werewolf and other assorted mythical creatures. And in that publication, I found a story that you could drink the water from a wolf's footprint and become a werewolf. So I lived very close to Sequoia National Park, and I thought, hey, that is walking distance, and there are wolves there, so I can make this happen. I took my friend Brandon Kite along with me, and this wasn't a cute, like, I'm running away to my backyard sort of thing and wondering if my parents are going to notice. This is like I got picked up by the cops at like 7 o'clock at night on the outskirts of town. I was like this close to getting away with it. I forgot that I even did this, and I thought that it would make a fantastic Christmas gift to my mom and dad if I wrote a song about it. And it's called Running Away From Home. It's on the same album that I've been playing all these tunes on, and it goes like this. Watching the movie Teen Wolf put the notion in my head that being human's born around be a werewolf instead. But knowing getting bit by one could be a difficult proposition. I reckon that the wilderness would improve this disposition. So we laid out at dawn for the mountains in the distance. My best friend Brandon longing to no doubt for my insistence. 1985 was the year of our independence. 2 empty seats in second grade class while the teachers call attendance. But there's no need to worry, I've got everything I need. A sandwich and a blanket and the will to succeed. Well, I'm heading towards the hills where all along the wolves roam. So long, Mama, I'm running away from home. In order to ensure proper werewolf transformation, my Basic for departure, spent researching scholastic publication. And according to my sources, folklore lended several options, all of which I applied myself to their immediate adoption. One of which involved drinking water from a werewolf footprint. But since I wasn't handy, I felt the dogs would be sufficient. And when the full moon changed, it never came. I was left with one volition to pursue a pack of wolves to bring my dreams into fruition. But there's no need to worry, I've got everything I would have asked for your approval, but I knew you never agreed. So I'm heading towards the hills where all the long wolves roam. So long, I'm running away from home. Getting to the foothills of the Andes worth of travel, but getting spotted by a dogs would make my welding plans unravel. No way we wouldn't make it far, walking streets in broad daylight. While bearded bumps of canals to keep us out of sight. The sun was nearly setting, and my ply was sitting pretty. Brandon and I had one street left to reach the outskirts of the city. Yet one small pride remained of left. Brandon and I debating. The portal that lead us beneath the street was covered by metal grating. But there's no need to worry, I've got everything I need. We can climb this chain link fence and then you and I will be all free. We're headed towards the hills where all alone wolves roam. So long, I'm running away from home. Just as I reached the top of the fence, a squad car changed the setting. The officer rolled down his window and asked where we were heading. We pointed towards the mountains and he got twinkle in his eye. Man, that's a long ways away, boys. Hop in, I'll give you a ride. But there's no need to worry, I've got everything I need. A sandwich and a blanket and the will to succeed. Well, I'm heading towards the hills where all long wolves roam. So long, I'm running away from home. So long, I'm running away from home. So long, I'm running away from home. Thank you. My dad thought the song was hilarious as a gift and regaled me with stories of the police officer that picked this up, and my mom found no humor in the song whatsoever. This next one's called A Man That Can Last. It's called coitus, and I like that word because it floats right over children's heads. Well, your clothes couldn't hit the ground fast enough for my taste. I left miserable all across your floor, but I'd do it again for the look on your face. Whoa, you would tremble, shiver as I roll through your lane. Can you still feel my warm breath as I spell out your name over and over again? Well, my love is long, but it's showing fast. A pretty little creature like you, girl, deserves a mind that can live. Yeah. You will tremble and shake with a breeze from your dawn down to your leg. I take my time, climb the way your delicate branches in. I bought your pretty little apples cooked in my hands. It's the fruit of it that I can send them out through hell and have them come on back again. When my love is long, showing fast, a pretty little creature like you, girl, deserves a mind less. Yeah. Oh, can you feel me as I'm leaning to kiss you on your lips? Yeah, feel me as I work my way from your ears down your neck to your back and into your hips. Oh, you will tremble and shiver as I roam through your lips. Can you still feel my warm breath as I spell out your name over and over again? When my love is long, showing fast, a pretty little creature like you, girl, deserves a mind that can't last. Hey, thank you very much. So, have you guys ever heard the story of Phineas Gage before? A little bit, maybe middling? Nope. So Phineas Gage, he was a railroad demolition foreman in the year 1848. And in those days, when you wanted to blow shit up, you didn't have dynamite because it didn't exist yet. Nobel didn't invent that until about 20 years later with like nitroglycerin. So when you wanted to blow up Felsenmeer and stone and things of that nature, you drilled an enormously deep hole into the stone, you packed it full of gunpowder, put a fuse in there, and then you tampered sand over the top of it to buffer the charge with a thing called a tamping rod. And those were 1 meter long approximately, about 13 pounds, and 1.5 inches in diameter. And Phineas was good at his job. But one day, he forgot to put sand on top of that charge. And so when he shoved the tamping rod into the stone, it created a spark, ignited the gunpowder, and then shot the rod right back into his face. And it went through his cheek and came out the top of his skull and left a hole that big in the top of his head. Brain matter everywhere. His skull was crushed. It sent him back several feet on the ground. And he was on there on the ground for about 3 or 4 minutes, and everybody was gathering around because they heard the explosion. And then suddenly he rose and began speaking to everybody in attendance around him. And he's been a medical mystery ever since. You can find that tamping rod and his fractured skull at Harvard Medical School. And I decided to write a song about him. And it's called Phineas Gage and the Curious Case of His Brain. Phineas Gage could have fell cement stone to level the ground. He was a detonation for the Rutherford Railway westbound. He drilled holes deep in mounds of boulders and stone and rocky terrain before he filled them up with gunpowder fuse and sand to buffer the charge and keep it contained. And in all these years of such a dangerous profession, wonder if it ever crosses my exercise discretion. Just tagged down the goods with raw ingredients prime, but forgot to buffer the charge with sand this time. Phineas, oh Phineas, oh what have you done? That 1 meter iron rod shot out like a gun. Lord knows it up to get out of its way, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Phineas, oh how are you still standing? You're a miracle of science, you defy understanding. Cause Phineas, my friend, you got a great big hole in your head. Phineas looks around with what's the matter wrinkled brows as I start around in his head. And his audience replies that the brain matter from your head is strewn about. And I don't know, you're not dead. Workers and foremen sigh for a physician. While it seems unique for Phineas to be in such a position, it's recommended that he take the rest of the day off on account that his insides are outside and alone seems like a lot to surmount. Phineas, oh what have you done? That 1 meter iron rod shot out like a gun. Lord knows you don't get out of its way, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Phineas, oh how are you still standing? You're a miracle of science, you defy understanding. Cause Phineas, my friend, you got a great big hole in your head. Cause Phineas, my friend, you got a great big hole in your head. Cause Phineas, my friend, you got a great big hole in your head. Thank you. That's called Phineas Gage and the Curious Case of His Brain. This next one's called Drunk on Your Mystique. those unfamiliar waters. I heard the song of passing ships. Was at an estuary harbor. It was shaped just like the contour of your hips. An incandescent settles out the under every quips. The poetry in a beauty mark written beneath your lips. A single spot of punctuation, however soft and brief. In a whisper, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mystique. Am I governed by a trade wind? A nursing law by changing tides. It's an ebb and flow towards harbor that penetrates the shore of your generous divide, yeah. An incantation settles out the under every the poetry in a beauty mark written beneath your lips. A single spot of punctuation, ever soft in a whisper, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mystique. She set atop the under every eclipse. The poetry in a beauty mark written beneath your lips. A single spot of punctuation, however soft and blue. In a whisper, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mystique. Oh yeah, sipping on a fantasy with a drunk on your mystique. Hey, thank you very much. That's a song I wrote called Drunk on Your Mystique. Let me get this other guitar into a different tuning here real quick. I got like a whole suite of tunes that are in Dadgad. Give me a second. I deeply appreciate you bending an ear and being willing to listen to me play some tunes this evening for you. Once again, my name is Mike Vitale. I am a songwriter. And I'm traveling around trying to find people that like my horse shit. So I'm a humongous fan of Mark Twain. He's probably one of my favorite American authors. And I have a whole slew of tunes that were inspired a lot by his autobiographical stuff he wrote. My introduction to a lot of his writing was the normal stuff like Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn and stuff like that. But I found that a lot of the stuff about his life is absolutely hysterical. If you've never had the opportunity to read any of it before, it's incredible stuff. And this song actually has nothing to do with any of those written works, but actually has something to do with a story from near the end of his life. He was quoted as saying about a year before he died that, "I was born under Halley's Comet, and I hear it's coming again next year. It's like every 72 years it comes by Earth." And he said, I feel like we're two freaks that belong together and we should go out together. And then, no joke, 1 year later, April 21st, 1910, Halley's Comet passed by Earth and Samuel Langhorne Clemens died. And I thought that was the most romantic thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like Babe Ruth calling a shot. And this is a song that I wrote, and it's the tale of Halley's Comet and our sun. And
the inexplicable bond those two have with one another, and it's also not about that at all. That's called Mark Twain.
Voyage towards the outer rim of cold and harshest light. Back around again, you tune to Jim of Thorrid Wide. Highest taste from bewitching post to admire from the ground. Or better yet, you near to me as you make your sunlit ride. You a comet who brushed along the sky and then return to his journey alone. You a gift from the heavens of love and creation, wrapped in the confines of flesh and bone. Divine spark and the emergence of life. A creature will listen to the balance of perfect and right, perfect and right. Silence looms amongst the cold, alone and black and night. So I exhaust myself to bring you all my energy and light. My lamp been dry at distance, touch you closer for a prize. The beginnings of our universe reflecting in your misty eyes. You're a comet who brushed along the sky and then returned to its journey alone. You're a gift from the heavens of love and creation, wrapped in the confines of flesh and bone. Divine spark and the emergence of life. A creature who will listen to the balance of perfect and right, perfect and right. The mass of love that draws you closer to my warming light. Melt your inner being to release you from your fire. The gift you share with spectators standing on our earth. Can watch our loving embrace and our universal birth. You're a comet who brushed along the sky and then returned to his journey alone. You're a gift from the heavens of love and creation, wrapped in the confines of flesh and bone. Divine spark and the emergence of light. A creature who will listen to the balance of perfect and right, perfect and right.
Thank you. That one's called Mark Twain. Hey, all right, could you just leave the reverb like on in my monitor? Just like, you don't even take it off when I'm talking or anything. Oh, is it? Well, that's fine. I don't care. This next one's called Full For You. It's a song about a one-night stand. I was at my friend Brittany's house, and her sister came up to me later in the night after I'd had quite a bit to drink and said, "Hey, you want to cuddle?" And I said, "You mean like just for tonight kind of cuddle?" And she's like, "Yeah, exactly." And far be it for me to turn down cuddles. And so, yeah, absolutely, I agreed. And man, she was so funny. I had no idea how funny this woman was. And all I could do was thinking about it the next day. And so I tried giving her a call to see if I could ask her out on a date. She didn't pick up the phone. So I tried again the next day. Didn't pick up the phone again. Tried on the third day, and she picked up the phone. She said, "Hey, Mike, yeah, you remember that conversation we had the other day?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, I do recall that conversation." And so I got this song as a consolation prize, and it's called Full For You.
The touch of your skin against mine was flawless and super. As I read your story in Braille, whereas I was as frail as that tall tale that lingered from my tongue, never more twisted up. Look at how that's been wrong. Maybe it's a conversation we had in bed. Maybe I just wanna see your eyes roll back in your head. Maybe you're dry from a stranger's cigarette. But once I've got you on my lips, you're hard to forget. And now that you've got me where you want, you're moving from hot to cool. And now that you've got me where you want, for you. Feeling your chest heave as I lie there asleep. Now I'm baiting every breath so that the moment isn't she. We resolve to entail a lot said to guide me away from some nautical course that perhaps I'd rather stay. Maybe you're just playing hard to get. Perhaps you just want me to forget. Maybe I'm a marionette on strings, trying to measure your depth beyond inanimate. And now that you've got me where you want, hot to cool. And now that you've got me where you want, woman, I'm a fool for you. And now that you've got me where you are, you're moving from hot to cool. Now that you've got me where you are, woman, I'm a fool for you.
That was called Fool for You. This next one's on my new album called Silver Lining. And it goes like this.
Dancing in the dark, awkward in the light, destroying all hope in hindsight. Reaching out on the phone, feeding all alone. No, I call tight, throwing shade. Leave me here sleeping in the bed I made. Raining on the rains while the sun is shining, finding dark clouds and every silver lining, every silver lining. Raining on the rains while the sun is shining, finding dark clouds and every silver lining, every silver lining. Shattering thoughts, saw them in the mind. The glass is half empty and I'm resigned. Reaching out on the phone, feeding all alone. I cut my hand, the wrong wolves fed. Now I'm exercising demons that are in my head. Raining on the rains while the sun is shining, finding dark clouds, every silver lining, every silver lining. Raining on the rains sun is shining, finding dark clouds, and every silver lining, every silver lining. Hey! Raining on the rakes while the sun is shining, finding dark clouds and every silver lining, every silver lining. Raining on the rakes while the sun is shining, finding dark clouds and every silver lining, every silver lining.
All right. Hey, thank you. That one's called Silver Lining. It's the first track off of my new album. And this is one that I co-wrote with my friend Dave Yeaton. It's called Sugar.
All sugar, a little sugar never no want. All sugar, a little sugar never no want. So would it hurt you if you gave me some? Oh, honey, everybody wants some love. Oh, honey, everybody wants some love. So would it hurt you if you gave me some? Two lumps are good, but a handful is better. So sweet on the lips with the tongue you can measure. Climb the tallest branch from the trunk and feast the finest nectar from the ripest fruit. Can I grab a bit of honey from the queen of the highway? Please. Ah, sugar, everybody needs some love. Ah, sugar, everybody needs some love. Don't you think you should come and get you some? 2 lumps of food, but a handful is better. Sauce sweet on the lips with a tongue you can measure. Climb the tallest branches from the trunk and feast the finest nectar from the ripest fruit. Can I grab a bit of honey from the queen of the hive of bees? Please, please.
All right. All right, this next one's called The Incredible Shrinking Brain. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, my name is Mike Vitale. I'm a songwriter from Los Angeles, California. If you like any of this music, you can find it on, most of it, on Apple Music and Spotify, except for this song. If you like this song, it's on my newest album, as well as Silver Lining and Sugar that I just played a second ago. That's on the new album as well, too. I have download cards for those because they're not on Spotify yet.
Sad face touching invisible wall. It's a crime I can't see this behind my shady soft view, my jealousy and alcohol. Sure, I know the critical, but by now I should know better. Maybe I'm just too hard myself, and it doesn't really matter. The longer I leave, the less I know for sure. When I was a younger man, my certainty was premature. There's all these abstract explanations we could conjure up in vain, but I'm the man with the incredible shrinking brain. Do you feel like The longer we live, the less we know for sure. When we were young, our certainty was premature. There's always abstract explanations that could conjure love in vain. But I'm a man of the incredible shrinking brain. Our incredible shrinking Two fathoms deep, shouting across the bar. Anger and hatred constitute the vessel in which it's stored. Far more than to everything on which it's poured.
Hey, thank you folks so much. We got some more music happening here pretty soon, I think. Once again, my name is Mike Vitale. You can find me online at Mike Vitale Music on all the social medias and MikeVitaleMusic.com for our website.